Welcome to Ed Fluential Sports, where passion meets precision. As I'm your host, Ed, diving deep into the plays, players, and stories shaping the game. Make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, and share for us to see. Let's talk about Rudy Gobert. Let me screen share. Y'all know I've been doing this lately. Let's screen share. Because this is important. This is the volume. Okay.
Player of the Year candidates, according to NBA.com, Rudy Gobert. To just throw this man in this conversation every year is really bothering. And I'm telling you, motherfuckers be in here laying the ball up with this man, and it be bothering. Every year he get tossed into this defensive player of the year immediately. It's like, what the fuck? Like, why is OG not in this conversation? I have a fucking problem with that. Jaylen Brown's not in the conversation. Like, nobody sees Rudy Gobert and be like, oh, man, let me get rid of this shit. Like, I've seen people get rid of it when chats on them. I've seen niggas make one or two moves on Evan Mobley and he clapped that shit off the glass. I think he fucking plays the game hard. He's a good player. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I love his game as it relates to the team, but defensive player of the year shit this year? Come on, man. We just doing anything.
Okay. So we just doing everything. And before I address this, let's look at these idiotic comments as well. Boogie, but when I said I'm hating, yes, both of y'all niggas are hating. What's the point? A guy that knows Rudy is a great defender. Y'all just don't watch ball. That's true. You can tell these people don't watch the games. Shump, Jessica Glazer. They make them switch to put him on an island. I'm going to dive in deeper into that. This is a really good comment. T-Dell, he said, so we're just out here blatantly lying because there's some weird hate for Rudy, like he slapped y'all mama. Go actually watch the games, like multiple Wolves games. Rudy is one of the best defenders of this generation. You don't get lucky and win 4 defensive players of the year, especially with this much hate. Just because you was in the league doesn't mean you're automatically speaking facts. The best defenders of all time have all been cooked at one point. And with that being said, I'm going to stop screen sharing because that is a really good point. Every defender gets cooked at some point. Even LeBron at the peak of his defensive abilities. Michael Jordan at the peak of his defensive abilities. These are guys who have gotten cooked before. Like, anybody is liable to get cooked in the NBA. They're all professional. I think it's a league high 450 players in the league in 2026. But this Rudy Gobert hate is weird, and it's not just Iman Shumpert. Like I said, I read some of the comments as well as I showed to y'all. It's Iman Shumpert, this Boogie Cousins, it's Shaq. It's all this hate towards Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert in his career, he's been a 3-time All-Star. All-Star games are about who's playing the best and who's also flashy. So Rudy, I don't expect him to be all in All-Star games that much because he's not doing the reverse windmill and nothing like that. The All-Star games are about having fun. But Rudy Gobert, he led the league in rebounding, something that Jaren Jackson has never did. Jaren Jackson, who won a DPOY, has never led the league in rebounds. So let's address that. Rudy Gobert was a block champion in 2017. He's made 4 All-NBA teams, won 4 Defensive Player of the Year, and been made all 8 defensive teams. The Rudy Gobert hate, I don't understand. He's giving you a career double-double in his, 13 years. Yeah, I knew it was about 13 because he had a slow start, wasn't starting much. But even his second year, he was 5th in Defensive Player of the Year voting. And people are saying, we can't just be throwing him in the conversation. You name guys that aren't in the conversation. You talking about OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby missed multiple games. OG Anunoby, he may still qualify, but the Knicks haven't. OG Anunoby missed multiple games. It's like Scotty Barnes has been a better defender than OG Anunoby. Like you're talking about Jaylen Brown. He's not even the best defender on his team. While Jaylen Brown is a good defender, Derek White has been the better defender this season. Derek White, Scotty Barnes, Sawimbi. Those are all guys in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. Those are guys we need to be talking about. And Rudy Gobert is in there as well. Rudy, in Wemby's rookie season, people were like, well, Wemby should be Rookie of the Year. While he was great defensively and finished second. How many games did the Spurs win? You can't win Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA and be one of the bottom 3 teams in the West. It doesn't work like that. Rudy Gobert changed the culture for the Timberwolves. People still talk about that cat trade. If the Timberwolves traded Rudy instead of Cat, they would not get to the Western Conference Finals. And I know that's hypothetical, but what is a fact is that Rudy is a much better defender than what Cat is. And Cat didn't step up defensively with the Knicks until OG went down. So when OG was there, he felt like he could take plays off because that's how good OG Anunoby is. Like OG Anunoby is a great defender as well, but he's missed games, and there's other players who I think have been better defenders than him. Now, Rudy Gobert, when he came to the Timberwolves, that was the best defense Cat ever played. Because Cat, under Rudy, became a better defender. The Timberwolves, when they had Rudy Gobert on the court, are one of the best defenses. You add in Jay McDaniels, who's really good on the perimeter. You add in Anthony Edwards, who gives effort, who he's taking on those top matchups. Y'all complaining about the stars of the day not taking those top challenges. Well, Anthony Edwards does that. Shea might go past him, a player or two. Katie might get past him, but he's like just as equally, he's able to lock them down. Have a clutch block on Shea. In that first game they played this season, lockdown Kevin Durant for a few possessions. Like Anthony Edwards is giving that effort. So when you had those three, the defense is anchored by Rudy Gobert. You start talking about people controlling the paint. Not everybody is taking shots when going to the paint. In last night's OKC versus Timberwolves game, OKC was not trying to get in the paint when Rudy Gobert was there. They were passing out of shot attempts. They weren't trying to get. But Rudy Gobert makes an impact on defense because he's able to rebound the ball well. He's able to block shots. He's willing to contest shots. You're seeing people go at him. I've seen people go at Chet. I've seen Wemby dominate Chet Holmgren in multiple games. I've seen people go at Evan Mobley. I've seen Jaren Jackson struggle to get 5 rebounds. He just had a game where he had 4 rebounds in one half. You know how many rebounds he finished with? 5. He had 1 rebound in the second half. So I've seen some of the top defenders get cooked. Like, this is not – I don't know why we acting like top defenders can't get cooked every play. Like, not every play, but every once in a while on a certain play. It's like Jason Tatum. He's a really good defender. When he comes back next season, the Celtics are going to be even better defensively. And it's still going to be plays where he might get dunked on. So I don't understand this hate Rudy Gobert saying, oh, we're just throwing him in the conversation. No, that's not true. Rudy Gobert this season, he's averaging 1.7 blocks per game, which is more than he averaged last season. He's averaging 0.7 steals, almost getting to 1 a game. He's averaging 7.4 defensive rebounds per game. Then he's averaging 3.8 offensive rebounds. So he's getting you. And then he's also playing alongside Randall. So Randall's getting a good amount of rebounds too. But you're talking about a guy who led the league in defensive rebounds twice in his career, led the league in blocks at one point in his career, and he's a 4-time DPOY. He made all defensive second team last year based off a narrative, based off an agenda that y'all are trying to push. It's not let's just throw him in the conversation just because he makes an impact. The Timberwolves, when they don't have Rudy Gobert on the court, are a much worse defense. Nas Reed cannot do what Rudy Gobert does because that's not even Nas Reed's role. His role is to shoot, get a few baskets in the paint, and play some solid defense. He's not giving you amazing defense. He's not giving you DPOY level defense. The reason why Rudy is in the conversation every year is because of the impact that he has. The one season he didn't make it, what was that, his first year with Minnesota, where he just wasn't in the conversation, and that's because they had a slow start. But back-to-back years, but even when he first joined, that defense is much better when he's on the court. Karl-Anthony Towns only became a better defender playing next to Rudy Gobert. He didn't even play this defense when he played next to Jimmy Butler, even though small forward, because they were playing small forward and power forward together. So it's like so obviously Jimmy, he's not going to be in the paint as much as a power forward. But once you got that other interior presence in Rudy, that had Cat step up defensively. The Timberwolves went to back-to-back Western Conference Finals. Cat, he played, but like I said, with the Knicks, he played better defense. But he didn't want to get that effort until OG Anunoby was out. And now that OG is back, Cat still isn't giving that effort, which is why when I make my Plant 5 on Instagram every week, that's why he's only made it once. Because the 1 week he stepped up, OG wasn't there. I haven't seen him do that again. The impact that he makes, it's like people talk about, well, people go at him in the playoffs. When y'all really don't pay attention, Donovan, the Timberwolves and not the Jazz and Cavaliers, same team. Donovan Mitchell playing at a high level, DPOY candidate, Rudy Gobert, Evan Mobley. What's the difference? They both lost in the second round. Never went to the conference finals under either regime. So does that speak to Rudy Gobert and Evan Mobley, does that speak to Donovan Mitchell or the pieces around them? Because in Utah, there weren't good perimeter defenders on that team. That's how much Rudy anchored that defense. It was Rudy Gobert the anchor, and then you had Joe Ingles and Royce O'Neal. Those are your best perimeter defenders. And Joe Ingles isn't a great defender. He was solid when he was with the Jazz, but he wasn't great. So then we have them, and then Donovan Mitchell. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell levels up offensively in the playoffs, so his defense takes a step back during those playoff runs with the Jazz. So it's like a lot of the pressure is left on Rudy because aside from Ingles, who was all right at best, and Royce O'Neal, who he's doing a good job in Phoenix this year, you weren't getting a lot of perimeter defense, even with the Timberwolves now. What is Mike Conley giving you? Anthony Edwards, like I said, he's giving you the effort on defense. Like, you might not get the stops, but he's giving you the effort. And he can get the stops sometimes. Sometimes he won't, but he's giving you effort. Like, you got Jaden McDaniels. He's the second best defender on the team behind Rudy. What is Randall giving you? What is Dante DiVincenzo giving you? He's giving you threes, and I'm talking about defense, not offense. Talking about defensively, what are these players giving you? And ironically enough, Rudy Gobert has gotten further by being with the Timberwolves. The furthest he ever got with the Jazz was to the second round. With the Timberwolves, they've been the back-to-back Western Conference Finals. And with the year of separation, they didn't make any moves in between. So I don't get this unnecessary hate towards Rudy Gobert. They switch him on an island. He's a slow-footed big. If I'm Steph Curry and Anthony Edwards is guarding me, I need Draymond to set the screen to get Rudy Gobert on me. I need either Draymond or Post to set the screen so I can get Rudy on me because I'm much faster. A lot of taller guys are more slow-footed. So like that's like just because Wemby is a generational talent who isn't slow-footed, he's fast. It doesn't make Wemby automatically better. Like, yes, he's more talented and offensively gifted, but defense, even if you want to, you can put him in the same conversation. But just because he's slow-footed doesn't make him so much worse than other players. Like, you want a slow-footed big. Like, if I'm Steph, I want to get Rudy on the island with me because he's slow-footed, so I can get to the basket at ease, and it's a mismatch. Any point guard or shooting guard is winning that match. Any point guard or shooting guard with ball handling skills is winning the matchup versus a big, even a Wemby. Even against the Wemby, if you had a ball handling skills, you can get that shot off. And it's like Wemby has gotten cooked on some plays as well. It's like things happen. Wemby has gotten dunked on before. It's just the NBA. Like, stuff like that is gonna happen. Like Boogie saying the trophies aren't matching up. How are they not? Any team he plays with, the defense is amazing when he's on the court, and the defense is terrible or mediocre at best when he's off the court. So how are the trophies not matching up? And he's been to back-to-back conference finals since leaving the Jazz. What has Donovan Mitchell did since leaving the Jazz? Been to the second round again? More second-round exits? And I like Donovan Mitchell. And it's not even beef between the two. Donovan Mitchell just needed a reason to get out of Utah. Because who wants to stay in Utah? Especially black people. But that's a whole different conversation. It's like he's giving you great defense. He's rebounding the ball. He's blocking shots. And people are lying. Luka, he wanted to switch on Rudy Gobert. Yes, he's an elite 6'7" guard with amazing ball handling skills. So why wouldn't he want Rudy Gobert to get the mismatch on him? That's what a guard should do. You should seek out that matchup. Just because he's a DPOY, most DPOYs are big men because their job is to protect the paint. So you bring him out the paint and then nobody else on the perimeter is giving you help defense or helping you at all. What do you think is going to happen? Rudy Gobert, he tries, and then he's improved over the years on his perimeter defense. It might not be amazing, but a lot of bigs aren't great on the perimeter. Like Miles Turner, he made his name for his interior defense. Even though he's not a great rebounder, he's a really good shot blocker. I can tell you that he's a really good shot blocker. That's where he got Embiid. He's solid on the perimeter, but he's much better in interior. When he won MVP, his defense was because it also goes into his defense because he is a great he's a great interior defender, much better than what Jokic is. Like Jokic, he gets the rebounds, but Embiid is giving that effort when he's fully healthy. And we've seen that when he won MVP. And he was doing the thing in the paint on defense. So maybe it's changed a bit now due to his injury history. So that's That's why for Embiid, I kind of excuse it if he doesn't give as much effort. I think he's fully healthy now because he's been dunking lately. So I'm glad to see Embiid healthy. But this whole Amon Shumpert, Boogie, all these guys that keep talking about Rudy Gobert and his defense, it's like his defense is amazing. And it's like I can even pull up other stats before I end this. Like his opponents are shooting 41% when guarded by Rudy Gobert. So if you factor in the minutes played and the shots defended, that's also the top 10 in the league because they aren't shooting that well, almost at 40%. The Timberwolves 14.9 points a better per 100 possessions with Rudy on the court. They allow 6% field goal less, allow 33.5% less offensive rebounds. The free throw rate drops by almost 10%. So it's like, what else do you need Rudy to do? Like all those stats, like sure stats don't tell the full story because you do have to watch the games, but he's not getting targeted as people wanted to see. Oh well, the 6'2" guard is seeking out a 7-foot defender. That's what he's supposed to do. If I'm a point guard, why would I want the toughest matchup, which is, let's just say, you a 6'6" point guard, you Cade Cunningham, and you got Jay McDaniels on you, who he's around 6'8". He might be playing small forward, power forward, but you're around the same height. Yes, I want the center on me who's slow-footed that I can blow past. Like blowout percentage is a stupid stat too, because being blown by is dependent on speed. De'Aaron Fox is probably the fastest player in the NBA. I'm sure he can blow past a lot of people. Like every bad defender has bad moments. So you can point out bad clips of everybody. I'm sure I can find you a bad clip of LeBron, or Kobe, or Michael Jordan, Kawhi, Harden. I can find you bad clip. James Harden elimination games. I promise you I can find bad clips. Like, you can find bad clips of anybody and say, oh, they're terrible. Luka, his defense, you can find, and he's an average defender. He's not terrible. But I could find clips of Luka and be like, oh, yeah, this guy's the worst defender ever. Even though it's statistically proven, and if through the eye test, he's just average because he doesn't give effort. If he gave more effort, he could be a good defender. He has to build. He has the tools to do it. He just doesn't give the effort. So what's this whole pointing out? Oh, yeah, he's bad because of this. He's bad because of that. Oh, I'm just hating. He hasn't the trophies aren't matching the production. Boogie, what are you talking about? He's led the league in rebounds per game twice. He's led the league in blocks per game once. He's a 4-time DPOY. He's made 8 all-defensive teams out of 13 seasons. He's one of the best defenders in the league because he does his job. Every defender has a different role. Marcus Smart, I'm not expecting him. Marcus Smart, when he's with the Celtics, I don't expect him to be blocking 3 shots a game as a 6'4" shooting guard. He's playing great perimeter defense. That's what I expect out of him. I don't expect Marcus Smart to be a good interior defender as a 6'4" guard because most of the times he won't be in the paint. Why would he be guarding a Jokic or Embiid? That's not his job. Maybe he can do it and be physical and commit some fouls, but it's not his job to lock those players down. So every defender has different roles. The Rudy Gobert hate is really unnecessary and stupid. The guy's a great defender. He puts his effort into it. And each team both teams he's been with, because he's only been with 2, he's made them better defensively. And the team he's with now, they went further than that Jazz team. Yeah, the Timberwolves, they went to the conference finals back-to-back. So what did the Jazz do? And what have the Cavs done now with Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley? Y'all aren't saying nothing about Evan Mobley, who was a defensive player of the year, but the Cavs ain't went past the second round. You can attribute that to injuries or whatever, but at the end of the day, you still got to play these games. And if they can't get past the second round, but Rudy can get to the conference finals, y'all not going to say nothing about Donovan Mitchell, though. Because what's the ceiling with Donovan Mitchell? Second round? That's the furthest he's been in his career. No hate towards Donovan Mitchell. That's just facts. And the fact is, Rudy Gobert has made both the Timberwolves and Jazz better defensively when he was on the court. With that being said, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, comment what y'all thought, share for others to see, and who is your DPOY this season so far.